Immediately I leave work, I'm here serving you people. By the time I'm coming on these lives, I'm doing God's service. So thank you so much for supporting us and referring people to us. Thank you also for trusting us with your health, because I know there are so many online people and online doctors. It is not easy to trust what I say, because sometimes you can watch one of my videos and you'll think I'm the most controversial doctor you've ever met. But in real sense, I'm not. Until you try us, you'll never understand it. But again, I only need 2 weeks of your time and your dedication, and you can see what will happen to you. So thank you for trusting us with that. The contact that is for the online and the physical consultations is 0707 07 again, then 4722. That is my contact for the online and physical consultations. So you can use that contact to book your slot for those programs. Good, I've pinned it on YouTube, and Mickey has pinned it, of course, on TikTok. My people on YouTube, if you can get me clearly, if my sound or my voice is clear, please let me be notified. Okay? Yeah, so that we can continue. So that is for the consultations. Now, for my platforms, I have several platforms that are actually spreading the same gospel, but we do it on different platforms, because some of these platforms are actually regulated. And of course, when a platform is regulated, it has to conform to whoever is funding it. And one of those platforms is YouTube. Another one is Telegram. So those are the platforms that I exist on. YouTube, I exist with 2 accounts. And thank you so much for actually subscribing on all the accounts. Thank you. One is Hose with Dr. Lewis. That is the baby account, the one that we started because it has to act as a backup account just in case anything happens to this major account. The major account is Health and Wellness Sport. So if you've not subscribed on that account, just go there and press that notification button, press that subscription button, and enjoy health content every single day, and you will never regret it. Okay? On Facebook, I exist as Lewis Muchile. On Instagram, Lewis Muchile. On Telegram, which is another important channel, I believe that is the best one because it's not they have not infiltrated it, so we can share our thoughts there easily and freely without having to worry about the strikes. Telegram, I exist as Health and Wellness Sport. So go there and join the conversation. Share your thoughts there, share your research, share your stories there. Let's actually build each other from that platform. So that is Telegram. And then on TikTok, 2 accounts. The major account is this one that we're using right now. It's called Health and Wellness Sport. So if you've not done the justice, simply go on my profile there and follow me. That is one. The other one is Dr. Lewis Muchile, also on TikTok, but that one is also a baby account to this one. So it will act as our backup account just in case they do anything to these platforms. So we will never stop sharing health information as long as we are living. They can block this platform, we'll simply open another platform. They can do everything, we'll simply do on another platform. Thank you so much for following me. So yes, so we'll never stop sharing this information because it is critical and it's necessary for the survival of our people. When I talk about our people, I'm talking about you, I'm talking about Africans, I'm talking about our black people who are abroad, who are going through the rogue health system. I'm also talking about God's people in the diaspora. So we're not just here to serve a limited group of people. We are here to serve everybody who actually requires the health information. Do not even care about the noises, okay? I am so good at handling the noises. So leave the noise to me. What you need is to consume the content, then take an initiative to start. Just start. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to say, oh, I'm not, this weekend I'm having a birthday party, so it will be hard for me to fast. Immediately you realize people are fasting. Join in. Jump on the train and start fasting. Push yourself harder. Push yourself to the limits and see how it goes. And we do all these things. We provide this information on my platforms, specifically on Telegram. I do provide this information because that's where everything goes down, and that's where we motivate each other to do better. Okay, good. So welcome on board. Today is a Testimonial Tuesday. So today I'm not going to preach anything. Tomorrow we have another live. Remember that. So tomorrow we have another live, and on Friday we have the final live before we break for our physical consultations in Nairobi. So yes, you can make use of those 2 lives to learn something new and to educate other people. Some of you are actually becoming doctors already, and I can even see how you become tough on your medic as you're trying to get health. Remember, every time you're taking a medication, the side effects are not going to the doctor. The side effects are going to you directly. Therefore, it's only fair that 1, you get to know your condition so that you know what you're treating. Number 2, you get to know your medication and how to take them and the side effects, because it's your right to know what is going to happen to you after taking those medications. And number 3, It's your right to know if these medications are going to change your situation for the better, or they are just there to help you mask the symptoms. Don't allow them to tell you, oh, don't worry, this is irreversible, irreversible. This word irreversible simply makes sure that your doctor has nothing to explain after that. They are safe. This thing called genetics, this thing called hereditary, these are the ways, thank you so much, Selo. These are the ways your doctor is washing his hands or her hands and telling you, hey, you know what? I am here. I don't understand what this disease is, but again, I am just going to try to help you recover from this, because every disease has a cause. If we have malaria, we'll give you anti-malarials to help you in the recovery process. How then is it that when you have diabetes, when you have arthritis, when you have heart disease, stroke, and all this, we tell you we are going to give you drugs, but we are not even sure if these drugs are going to save your life? Imagine that. Imagine somebody who is a stroke patient trying to recover from the stroke, and then you tell them, you know what? Don't worry, these drugs, you will take them, but I'm not sure if these drugs are going to change your life for the better. Imagine that statement. So you could just keep taking the drugs, they will keep masking your symptoms, but we don't know. We are not sure if these drugs will help you. Because this disease, you know it is irreversible, right? You know you did not get it from here, from what you're eating. You got it from the genes. So the problem is actually your father or your grandfather, because you see, for me as a doctor, my grandfather was a doctor, so I got it from the genes. That's why I cannot get to suffer from a stroke. But your grandfather was not a doctor. That's why we have to have this conversation. Your grandfather was not a doctor, so therefore, how do you expect to understand these things? You will not. So my role is to actually step in between you, the general public, and the health institutions. And if you realized, I do it in a very interesting way. So I step in, I make you understand your disease. Once I've made you understand, to understand the disease, I make you understand the causes of that disease. When you understand the causes of that disease, thank you, Mari. When you understand the causes of that disease, oh goodness, it becomes so easy for you to treat it because you don't need me. And I am actually helping most doctors, but some of them are so emotional because they have the nature of evil in them. They just want to exploit people. Okay, so I'm trying to help us, or even our country, or even the continent at large, to actually ease the healthcare burden. You see in hospital beds, people are sharing beds in the wards. Imagine somebody who is diabetic is sharing a bed with another person who has a diabetic wound, and this one has the sores. So they are sharing a bed, and I'm trying to make sure that these people change their lives for the better, so that we don't have all this burden in the hospitals, and then the hospitals can actually remain there for emergency purposes, the accidents, because we cannot even prevent all these things from happening. But right now, if you go into hospitals, you are admitting your patient there, but there's no bed. You're actually told, hey, if you want a bed, you have to pay more. There are only beds that are reserved for people who have money. So now health has become just a business all over. And that's what we are trying to undo. We are trying to tell you, we empower you so that you can actually change your kitchen, and through changing the kitchen and your lifestyle, you will never need to run to the hospitals for these conditions, the slightest conditions. If you have a headache, you don't have to go and take paracetamol. You can simply take water that has salt. You can simply take a sleep, just a nap, and see how you get better. Do you really have to pop a pill for every ill? And the answer is no. So my duty is to remind you that drugs are poisons in low doses. That's why they are regulated by a pharmacy and poisons board. They are poisons. And if you go into the constitution, you'll read they are classified as part 1 and part 2 poisons. So drugs are poisons in low doses. But the more you take them, so imagine if you're taking drugs for a lifetime, the more you take those low doses of poisons, the more you kill your system slowly. But ask yourselves, where were these drugs back then? Where were they? Like, we've done so much research on diabetes and chronic conditions, and we've come out with new drugs. But where were these medications back then when these conditions were very rare? Ask yourself that. At least tell me about the herbs. I'll tell you, yeah, okay, these herbs were taken for this reason and for this reason. But if you're taking drugs and hoping that these drugs are coming to change your lifestyle, drugs cannot change what you're doing in the kitchen constantly. And you're doing these things consistently. I really pity people who have diabetes and these chronic conditions. Imagine you take drugs over and over again, and you expect different results, even though you've taken drugs for 15 years. There is no difference, but you're still hoping that these results might end up changing someday. How? How? You can't do the same things and expect different results. It's not possible. So you keep on taking metformin. Now the next thing they'll do, they'll add the dose of metformin. Now they'll add the frequency from once to twice. Now they'll add on a new drug. They add on the glibenclamide, the sulfonylurea. Now your blood sugars you're unable to control them, and these drugs are causing you mineral deficiencies. They are causing you organ damage. And guess what? They add you another drug. After they realize now this is not working, now they tell you now, oh, of course they gave you a drug that actually killed the pancreas and destroyed the liver. And now it's time for us to give you now external insulin because your system cannot function. Your pancreas cannot produce enough insulin. So now let's give him external insulin. Now you've actually graduated from a human insulin to a cow's insulin or a pig's insulin. So now you become an animal, a wild animal. Now you can actually take insulin from a cow because your pancreas is not able to take a normal insulin. Imagine that. And then guess what? At the end of it all, you will die from complications of diabetes. So then what were we doing? What were we doing? Giving you drugs to help you treat diabetes, but you still end up getting the complications of diabetes. That is something that doctors cannot explain. Why? Because they are evil. Most of the doctors are evil. A few number of doctors, most of them are evil, not all, but a few can actually tell you the truth about the system. But those who are sunk into the greediness, those who work on ego, are always trying to exploit you. And I told you this for free. Imagine one day you have had a kidney transplant, you did dialysis and then went to a transplant, and then some of you have their legs chopped off because of amputation and complication of diabetes. Some have suffered a stroke, and you spend a lot of money trying to fix these conditions. You spend a lot of money and a lot of effort, emotional distress and all that, trying to fix a diabetic foot, and then it ended up being chopped off. And now you go back to your doctor's consultation room, and your doctor tells you, hey bro, I am really sorry, Bana. I didn't know that diet can actually fix your problem. Imagine these drugs that I've been giving you for the last 20 years, they cannot work. Imagine you did not deserve to go for that amputation. And then you ask this doctor, okay, what are you saying? Then the doctor says, I had all this information from back then, but my practice could not allow me to tell you this information. I am really sorry that I made you go through this. I made you go through an amputation. I made you spend a lot of money getting new kidneys that I knew will not work and your body might resist it. So I am really sorry. Please, it's time for us to now change your kitchen. The fats, the seed oils that I've been telling you are good. Please, now it's time for me to say, no, please don't use them again, okay? I am sorry that I told you to use canola, but now I have realized my mistake. Please, drop the seed oils. I have realized that sugar is sugar regardless of the source. So please, if you want you to get better, please drop the fruits. I know I've been telling you to eat fruits for the last 10 years, but now please, understand that things have to change. How will you look at that doctor? How will you look at that doctor? You'll be so shocked about this guy. What is this guy doing? I mean, you've told me all these things. I've practiced these things faithfully, following you, hoping that you are my life savior. And now I'm here, 20 years down the line. I am still diabetic. It's getting even worse. I started with one drug. Now I'm on 7 drugs for diabetes and hypertension. Now I have a failing kidney. Now I'm scheduled for an amputation that is going to happen in the next 1 week. And I have to give out this 500,000 shillings for that surgery. Now insulin has messed me totally. My pancreas has totally failed because when you start supplementing something from outside, the body shuts down. So imagine now my organs are actually failing and I'm about to die. But I'm still holding on to your advice that drugs are healthy, fruits are very good for you, sugar is natural sugar is different from the synthetic sugar. So please, at least let's change things here. How will you feel about that? That he had the information that would have changed your life from the word go. But he kept it from you till the day that he realized, this one I might get in trouble. So I told you for free that you are not the problem. You don't have any health information, so you have a right. That's why I don't blame somebody who bashes what I say. I actually understand where you are. I understand your position because you don't have the information. And if you have it, you have the wrong information. And you stick to it like a tick on a cow. because you are very hopeful that this will change your life for the better. But you cannot do the same things and expect different results. So therefore, whatever is coming between your health and the health system is actually that doctor who is full of his ego. It is them, because it is that nutritionist who is full of ego. It is that lab technician who is always there for the money. It is that nurse who will slap you for asking questions in the maternity wards. It is that person who is actually standing between you and your truth and your healing. And that's why it's only fair that you get the information and ask. Now, any information that is coming to you, the health information that is coming to you that you don't understand, it is always good to ask. Seek clarification. The only problem is, anytime you're going to seek clarification, your doctor becomes angry. Ask yourself why. So anytime you're going to get information, your doctor becomes angry. Why is he angry? Why is you deserve the information? So why is he getting angry at you? Why? You've paid for consultation. You're going to pay for medication. You're going to pay for lab results. You're going to pay for the ultrasounds and the x-rays. And all these things are going to cost you financially. So it's only fair that I give you time and I answer your questions, and I should never be emotional, because all of us go through a medical school that trains us to handle somebody who is emotional, to handle a temperamental patient, to handle somebody who is out of their minds, and to make sure that we give them information that is right and that is just. On that note, this is not my night. This is a Testimonial Tuesday. So I'm going straight into it. But allow me to read some comments here. I've seen Monica Mbowo just came in. Doc, please advise on how to deal with frequent nose bleeding, mostly sunny days. Now, I wish I could have done that on this platform, but today is a Testimonial Tuesday, so I can do that another day, okay? Good. James Mofire, Doc, kindly plain yogurt, full fat, okay? Is plain yogurt full fat okay to have in keto diets? I wish you were here yesterday. You would have gotten your answers on that. Today is a Testimonial Tuesday, and therefore I'll stick to the testimonies. Yes, of course, I used to have it. Not until I changed my diet. It is normal. That is Safi. What was that Safi that you used to have? Tell us about that. So good. Let me just take it. So if you're on TikTok, this is your time to shine. This is your time to have conversations with us. Share your testimony. Let us get inspired by your story, okay? Yeah. If you're on YouTube, unfortunately, we've not started doing those streamings that will allow you to actually come in and have conversations with us, but we will do that. We are growing at a very good pace, and we will do that very soon. So you can actually type there and I'll read it. You can simply also jump to TikTok and provide your story, and we'll take you in. So it's time for you guys to request to be in. Abdulaziz Opinyi, doctors with high estrogen. Yes, estrogen is the enemy. Estrogen has always been the enemy. Estrogen and ego. Ego is the worst enemy. I hear people saying, a man must have ego. I'm like, do you know what you're talking about? A man must have ego. Ego is what pumps a man. No, testosterone is what pumps a man. That is not ego. That's the hormone, the male hormone. Ego is evil, is the nature of evil. It's actually people allowing the devil to live in them. And they are relying on intellect. When you rely on intellect, common sense escapes you. So most people don't have common sense. They have intellect, they know, they have the knowledge, but application of that knowledge is a problem. Go and take a walk to medical schools and see what happens there. See how people are cramming. Safi is saying nosebleeds. Okay, so Safi's nosebleeds disappeared because of course, you've been here for the longest period of time, Safi, and you know how we do things. You fixed yourself, and that's just amazing. So I believe the person who was asking about nosebleeds can actually get to you and get to learn something new. So just take a walk. Sometimes just get there and understand what is happening in these campuses. See how these people are doing. See how doctors are cramming. They call it transniting. And we talked about insomnia, sleep, and how sleep actually affects IQ. And how diets also affect IQ. So look at the behaviors. In campus, it is always fun until those 2-3 weeks of exams. Yeah. We don't care about studying. Who does? We don't. Until those 2 weeks of studies, of examinations and cuts. That's when you start to look so serious. That's when you know I am a real doctor. I am studying medicine, pharmacy, nutrition. I'm a lab technologist. That's when you'll know I'm a public health officer. That's the time you'll know, kumbe huyu jamaa anakuwa daktari. Because that time I'm cramming as crazy. I'm sleeping at 3 and waking up at 3:30. eh? Only 30 minutes are enough. And then again, I'm back to cramming. Welcome on board, Jay Opande. How are you? So I'm there cramming like crazy. Ladies are busy writing on their thighs. Men are busy writing codes. It's called Mokenya in Kenya. The leakage. Others are busy rubbing the walls and writing on the walls. For the sake of just getting a 50%. Because in medicine, once you get a 50, you've passed. Once you get a 49, you've failed. So it's nothing like, I got a credit in medicine. No, you either pass or you fail. There's no better doctor than any other. There's no better doctor than others. You're just a doctor, that's it. And now we are realizing that every person is actually a doctor on their own. They just don't know. Okay? And some of you have a lot of health information, but you fear sharing it because you're wondering, will doctors come after me? Because that's what they do. They are so evil that they cannot allow anybody to challenge them. Evil is our nature. I tell you, human beings are so evil. I have a testimony. If you have a testimony, Lucy, simply request to be on there, on that, and I'll bring you in. So doctors are so evil that anybody who tries to share anything that is health related, they will call it, we have to confront you just because you put it out there in the public. We have to come and actually rectify this. They are not there to rectify it, because even that person who is rectifying that information that you're putting out, you go on his wall, he is actually doing TikTok challenges. He's sharing nothing, but he has the audacity to come on your wall and tell you, hey, this is not true. This is not what we were taught. This is not what we were taught. We're like, bro, but you have a platform. Simply go on your platform and share this information there and educate your audience. But look at them. Their evil nature cannot allow them to do that, but it can allow them to come and target anybody who is trying to tell something that is true. And that's how the health system is designed. It's not their fault. It's the fault of what is inhabiting inside, what they are inhabiting inside them. They don't have peace of heart. They don't have real peace. They don't know real peace. So they're wondering, anybody who is trying to destabilize that, they're like, this one will expose us. So let's go after him. And I'll not be surprised that when you see somebody sharing any information that is actually very sensitive, they are the doctors who will report their videos. They will. You wonder, why are they reporting their videos instead of just doing their videos to counter what is being said? Simply do a video and educate your public. Educate your audience about it. It's better that way than coming and targeting other videos. You're actually reacting on videos from other doctors and you're bashing so that you can look better. That is ego. That's the evil nature in you. So if you're a doctor and you're busy just taking videos from doctors so that you can actually gain mileage, because there is a need inside you to feel right, and there's a need inside you to look better, you are actually the worst, because you don't have perfect peace. And perfect peace is not sought in the syllabus. Perfect peace comes from above. So every doctor should know God before knowing medicine. Amazing, right? Amazing. Amazing. I see Team Kekeli has requested here. Kekeli has a group of people who she's actually handling, and I believe those people should one day come over and put us through their story. Mr. Doctor told me, my doctor told me, this is Thando. My doctor told me to stop eating gluten, and he increased my dose. He increased my dose. Imagine that. Imagine that. And some of these doctors don't even know your face. They don't. Because they cannot see you. They are diabetic, and diabetes is actually affecting their vision. So they cannot even see you. They can't remember your face. They're like, you look like a block that is just sitting in front of them. So what they have to do is to write a prescription. That's what they know. Yes, Tim Kakeli.
Hello, Doc.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Actually, I have a lot to say, but let's first start with a family doctor.
Yeah.
Our family doctor, he's actually like becoming a client.
Yes.
because he just find out, or he was there when we all started, me, mom, and my sister.
Yes.
And he was always saying, yeah, why are you eating a lot of egg and this and that?
Yeah.
It's been a year now, and nobody come to consultation anymore.
Yes.
My sister started preaching to him, actually.
You're amazing.
He's like eating fermented cabbage.
Oh.
He's taking what? Salty water?
You don't say.
I really, really wish
I
he can
salute.
understand my language.
I salute your
So I
doctor
can send you
because
the voices.
I salute your doctor, the family doctor, because he put his pride aside and understood that this is what is actually happening and decided to do it. So we salute him.
Completely.
Amazing.
And it's been 2 days.
Yeah.
He sent a voice note to my sister. First, he was surprised about my pictures when he post.
Yeah.
And he said that he just find out that his headaches stops, actually. He forgot that he was having headaches every day.
Amazing.
Our doctor, actually, the one who's supposed to help us with our migraine, he always has these headaches.
So your doctor is having a severe headache every single day, and he has to treat you of a headache. Hey, misery loves company.
Yeah. And he was, I don't know, and he says that they were like, they are always telling lies in the school.
Yeah.
And they are also picking those lies, giving them, continue giving them to the people.
Yeah.
And it's time to change.
Amazing.
I really wish somebody can speak my language so I can send those voicemails. I say I will keep this one.
Yeah.
For the longest time.
Man, that's amazing.
So, this is for him, but.
Hey, goodness. Now, listen. Some people might think you are actually joking. Some people will think, this one comes here to just rant.
It's up to them because I know what I'm saying, actually. Today, this morning, my mom had to call me on video call to confirm that, is this you, my daughter? Because she was like, is this really you? She didn't know that I changed my hair.
Yeah.
So she said, I'm not sure. Is that you really? Then she has to call me on video to check out.
I was so amazed by your transition, and it's taken you about a year or so. I was so amazed by that transition, and I remember meeting you when you wanted to go for a bariatric surgery procedure. Yeah. That time you wouldn't hear anything. You just wanted the surgery so that you can lose weight. And look at you now. Those photos look so amazing, and it's just encouraging that you're part of our journey, and we celebrate you, Kekeli.
Thank you. It's amazing to be part of the family because it's not just, it's not just about losing weight.
Yeah.
I think it's just an eyes-opening journey.
Yeah.
And the more you learn, the peaceful you become. I don't know.
So allow me to ask you a question.
Yeah.
How did you get to trust what I told you? Because we only had an online consultation, and from there, all I used to do is to actually check you out, and you put out everything that you had. So what is this thing that actually made you believe what I was telling you?
The thing is, I tried a lot.
Yeah.
I tried a lot, like different kind of diet, the blood group diet. I was a nutritionist, so not too much.
Yeah.
I tried a lot, like really a lot. And also I found that I'm really sensitive, like everything that touched my body, I feel it and really bad. So I was always looking for solution, actually.
Okay.
And when I came across your channel, I started because I tried everything already. So I just started, and the same day, I went to the library to buy some books.
Amazing.
about anatomy and this and this.
Yeah.
So I just started also reading for myself, because I say I was actually angry at myself. I say, you're educated. Why can't you read?
That's the point.
Why did you stop reading?
Oh, goodness.
So from then I start buying books and everything, health books, everything health related.
Yeah.
And the one thing I checked first was when you say that we need fat to burn fat, and also that fat, 1 gram of fat gives us 8 kilo.
The calories.
8 times the same. Yeah. So I said, okay, let me check this first, and I found it actually in my book, and I paid it. So
you see.
Then I start always checking for everything you say. Is this true or not?
Yeah, you have to put your doctor on test.
Yeah, somehow. Yeah. Because it was wild. Because everything we are saying is against things we usually get from music. So. Yeah. And it's worked. Actually, after 1 or 2 weeks, there were, I stopped medication just after 3 days, because I hate medication, by the way.
Yeah.
So I don't even wait till then. I just, okay, if I stop every carb, then I can stop medication.
Yeah. And
it was after 5 days, I started my 48-hour fast.
Yeah.
I just jumped in, actually. Amazing. I don't even think about how to do it. And if it's right or not, I just jump into it.
Yeah.
Then I went for 43 hours before I break my fast, because I was having issue going for stool. I didn't start well, So.
And I know. It's not easy. At least you went for 43. The first time I did a fast, I went for 8 hours, and I was so hungry, and I gave up. I said, I mean, 43 it was tremendous.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations.
It was amazing. Thank you.
And we actually celebrate you on this platform, because not only have you received your healing, you've actually decided to put out multiple efforts to actually change people from Togo. That is one thing that actually impresses me. Now, from your story, I get to realize most people do not just listen to us. If you listen to us and you believe that what we are saying is actually skeptical, or you think you can doubt it, it is so easy. Simply walk into a library and do research. Just read. You have the internet. Go online, buy an online book and read it, and see if I'm saying the wrong things. And good thing is, sometimes here I share the books that I use. So you can actually go there and challenge yourself. And it's not there's no power that is input in a doctor, that a doctor can understand an anatomy book and you cannot. No, they are just books like any other. So you simply take some time, about an hour every day. Take that hour in the morning to just read a book, a medical related stuff. Oh, you'll become a guru. You'll become a doctor on your own. Yeah. So congratulations. Thank you so much, Kekeli.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
Actually, somebody was talking about liver cirrhosis. Yeah, I don't know if I send you the detail about this gentleman in my group.
Yeah.
He was having issue with liver, and the doctor told him that, there's nothing left for him. He feel like he was dying.
Yes.
And he was really aggressive, fresh to people around him. And my sister, he's a colleague to my sister, actually.
Yeah.
And then when she managed to talk to him, only to find out that he has issue with the liver. So he just said, there's nothing left for him, actually. So nobody should disturb him.
Okay.
And then my sister convinced him to get in contact with me so I can help him. After 8 weeks, actually, he was so excited, how we do it, keto and everything like this, And then he went back to make another test.
Yeah.
And he came happy. the inflammation, everything goes down. He's like the happiest one among us, actually.
Amazing.
Because he achieved his goals quickly, because he was really, he feels like he was dying, actually.
Yeah.
Like, so somebody was chatting about liver, whatever it is. If you work on yourself, you can achieve. It's nothing. It's your kitchen. That's all.
101%.
Nothing.
101%.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, amazing. Thank you so much, Kekeli. Thank you for coming through. Now, listen, guys. There is a reason why, even if you lose 2/3 of your liver or 3/4 of your liver, there is a reason why that organ can come back, can actually rejuvenate and come back. That organ handles so much. The alcohol that you're drinking is actually detoxified by the liver. So if you don't have the liver, you'll actually die from just that one bottle of alcohol, one glass of alcohol. The food that you're eating, anything that goes through your mouth has to go through the liver. For metabolism, for detoxification, for cleaning, and then for conversion into different things. If it's glucose, energy. If it's fat, energy, or stored. And also the liver stores some form of blood. So that organ called the liver still makes your immune cells. It still manufactures a lot of things, still activates vitamin D. So that organ is so important that you cannot afford to lose it. And by the time you're losing it, you've actually done a lot of work to lose it. So God was so perfect in his design and architecture that he made sure that that organ can actually come back. Whether you failed it towards the end, it can actually come back and give you a new liver. And it doesn't take a lot of time. As long as you drop the inflammatory foods, and then you start fixing the liver through fasting, and you clear the fat from the liver, inflammation in the liver starts to disappear, and the liver heals on its own. The only thing you need to do is you have to put in the work. Don't allow them to lie to you that, oh, your liver is failing and you cannot come back. No, the liver is not like the kidneys or the heart muscles. The liver rejuvenates and it will protect you. So if you end up protecting the liver by just fixing the gut, the liver fixes you. It is that simple. Thank you so much, Kekeli. That was amazing. Amazing. My plan. This is Peter Courier. My plan, 24 hours fast every day. Amazing. That's an OMAD. 48 hours once a week. Yes, we do that during the weekend. My food, arrowroot, sweet potatoes, groundnuts, eggs, meats, and avocados. I fry my eggs with animal fat bought from local butchery. What a way to live a life. What a way. And you still think, Peter, that hospital gates will ever see you. They will not. Men lead from the front. They will not see you. They will not see your generations. They will not. And your doctor will start missing you. If you are abroad, your doctor will start sending you text messages. There are now these mobile apps that are called My Dow or something that actually bring drugs to you. They will start sending you those emails and the messages. Eh? Oh, goodness. Yes, has disappeared. This one has disappeared. You ran. She ran. She ran. Let's talk to Demiza. Demiza. Welcome on board, Demiza. Demiza, can you hear us? Are you in a place that has zero network? Are you in Katonzweni? People from Cumberland will come after me. Katonzweni has internet. I have nothing wrong with you, bro. Relax. So yes, every time you realize you're actually growing an ego, no, you're becoming of the nature of Satan. Ego is the devil settling in you. Samke, thank you. Ego is the nature of the devil. I think this one, Demiza, your internet is not helping us. So please log out and come back again. Issa Lucy is here. While fasting, can I take water? Yes, you must take water when you're fasting. And take water plus some salt. Because when you're fasting, you want to protect your kidneys from dehydration. So yes, do a water fast. Don't do a prolonged dry fast. Yes, Lucy.
Hello, Doc.
How are you? I'm good. You're live on air.
Yes, thank you for this platform.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I have a question concerning arthritis.
Okay. But this is a Testimonial Tuesday. Simply go ahead and ask.
Sorry.
I'll make it brief.
Okay, thank you. All right. My mother-in-law has a problem with arthritis, and she tends to buy these supplements from these sellers that when you take, inakupunguzia uchungu. And I've tried talking to her concerning the issue, but she still believes that those supplements can help her.
Okay.
What can she do?
How long has he taken the supplements?
Oh, now it's almost 1 year.
Amazing. So 1 year of taking supplements and the pain is still there, right?
Yeah.
So she's still hoping for another miracle.
I guess so.
Because she's doing the same things and expecting different results.
Yeah.
But she still consumes wheat, right? She still eats her fruits, still eats her sugar, still eats the milk, still takes ugali and rice, still uses vegetable oils to cook, right?
Yes.
And now supplements will come and clear her pain and she'll be better. Please tell her she's going to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
She'll waste a lot of money on supplements, yet the same supplements are present in red meat, are present in vegetables, are present in saturated fats, the animal fats.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if she has the money to waste on the supplements, let her continue. But if she's targeting longevity and recovery from the disease, you can work on my YouTube channel. I have a video on arthritis and also a live on arthritis. You can forward that live to her. Let her just watch it. And then when she ignores it, go again and explain it to her. If she ignores it, simply understand you came alone. You cannot drag everybody in your business.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. There are people who love their hell. Okay?
Sure.
Yeah, there are people who love their hell and you cannot get them out of their hell. You can only advise them. You can only make sure that they have the information so that they never blame you. But one day, she'll take those supplements and the pain will still be in the roof. And that's the time she'll listen to you.
Yeah, actually, I've tried advising her concerning the things that you usually tell us on what to do, on the things that we should leave.
Yeah.
Not to eat. But she still ignores.
Trust me, you're not alone. It was not easy for me to get my parents off these foods. When my own mother used to inject a lot of, it's called Diprofos, the steroid injection in her knees. Every time it's winter like this, she will not move those legs. You will have to inject her.
Yeah, she shivers.
And it's not good. It's a bad pain. It's a very, very weird pain. But they don't want to get out of that pain. They'd rather take painkillers to just mask the pain. But you see, she's taking supplements to mask her pain. But is she taking supplements to clear arthritis? The answer is no.
No.
She even knows that she's taking these supplements to suppress the pain. But if you ask her, are you taking the supplements to heal you from arthritis? She doesn't know. And that's why she has taken the supplements for almost a year and nothing is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, so provide the information to her. Try to change it. Sometimes you can even buy a tin of ghee and go and put it in that kitchen. If she ignores, now you can wash your hands and say, hey, mimi nimejaribu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you for coming through. Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you. So yes, guys, understand that there are people who love their own hell. All of us live in our own hell and we have to die out of that hell and resurrect in life. So most people love their hell. And if you try to get them off their hell, they'll destroy you. And they will come for you. They'll come for your neck. Bubea Agnes says, I made my beef tallow last weekend. I can't get enough of eggs cooked in tallow. Ghee used to be my best in fried eggs, but right now it's tallow. Now look at it this way. Try tallow. Try to fry your omena, the sardines, in tallow. Oh, you will always make a trip to Kisumu for the sardines. Try to just fry your omena in tallow. Thank me later. She also says, Daktari, some of the most difficult people to advise and to unlearn are returned doctors and nurses. They'll question everything because they believe they have more experience and have experience for ages. That is true. Imagine a retired doctor who is doing his job, he has a private clinic there and just goes there to just pass time and get some few coins here through his retire. He has all these children who have issues with the mental health, drugs, taking drugs, and he's actually popping a medicine for diabetes and hypertension. So he actually uses that clinic as a pharmacy for himself. And now you have to come here and tell him, Daktari, no, you have to drop the seed oil. This doctor will be like, no, he'll actually adjust the spectacles and look at you from kutoka hapa juu. Like, no. What are you saying? I did medicine. I studied at the University of Nairobi in the 70s. It was the best university in Africa. I came out, graduated, and maybe I was a valedictorian. Now the ego is setting in. Then I came out. I went to study in UK for my post from I was actually recognized by Harvard for my research in diabetes. But sir, your research did not help you get out of diabetes. How then are you still diabetic in this old age? And then you're telling me to use animal fats, and this is cholesterol? What are you telling me? No, please. Don't forget, don't think that I'm growing old, I'm losing the doctor mentality. I'm still the doctor. There are these nurses in the villages who are called upon to deliver women who are delivering in the villages. They have sat in maternity wards for 30, 40 years just delivering babies. And they can even deliver a woman when they are closing their eyes. They know where the fingers will go. They know how to fill all those forms and all those charts with their eyes closed. And now you're telling this nurse, it's time for you to change your life now. And she's at 72. You're telling her to change her life at 72. She's like, I have about 5 years to just die. Why don't you just take drugs for those 5 years? So those are the people who are making it hard for you. And look at it this way. Have you ever seen these young doctors after internship? Where do they go to? They go to work under these doctors. Some of them go and work private institutions because there are no jobs. Counties have made it even worse. Governors are eating money every day, and these guys want to make themselves better. But the governor is there eating 8 billion. You are a governor eating 8 billion shillings. I mean, you don't have nerves, bro. And these young doctors are coming in. You are telling them you want experience of 5 years. Experience of 5 years, and you are 72 years still there, sitting on the board of doctors. So how will they get experience? All doctors, it's time for you to go actually move. Information is there, yes, we understand. But you are blocking people. Some of you, young doctors are coming in to just share different information. But some of you are blocking it because you have actually conditioned your patients to know there's no recovery apart from drugs. And you're so known because of your papers, the intellect. But common sense, common sense, zero. Because when common sense comes in, intellect disappears. And that's why She's on TikTok. She said, I've studied psychology. Yes, I studied psychology, but that is intellect. That is not common sense. Just because you've studied psychology doesn't mean you understand everything about sense. Next person here. Oh, that one disappeared. There's one who ran. She ran. Please, Doc, can you please answer the lemon water question? Which lemon water question? Which is that question on lemon water that I have to answer? Please put it on board so that we settle this debate here. Don't tell me it's about the rice water thing. Rice water thing. People are starving to death. What is talo? Talo is beef fat. Just go to the butcherman and tell him to give you that white fat. Go put it on a sufuria, put low heat, let it render, and use that to cook. You can add in some rosemary or something else, just remove the smell, or ginger. Dr. Jennifer Weissman, you are awesome, doctor. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, Teacher Cattell has refused to come in. Teacher Cattell, is your internet okay? Please drop and come back again. We need to hear from you, Teacher Cattell. Teacher Cattell, please do the honors of coming back. Felicitas Atideke, doctor, one time I decided to eat donuts. Imagine my knees were so painful and cracky. Since then, I have stopped to feel much better. I have stopped. I feel much better after peripheral neuropathy. Now listen to me. Your body is so awesome that it will punish you anytime you drop the unhealthy foods and then come back. Thank you so much, Mimi. I appreciate that. So your body is so good and so well designed that it can actually send you back to factory settings. Some of you drop weight for about 6 months and you go back and eat a piece of cake. Tomorrow you have a pimple on your skin. And it comes a bigger pimple and you're like, and it's just yesterday that you ate. You go and test seed oils. Maybe you walk into a hotel and you eat your githeri. Tomorrow, you have an... Yes, Gatimi. Thank you, Richie. I appreciate that. Gatimi, how are you?
Doc, hi.
I'm good. You are live on air. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Talk to us.
Yeah. Just to say that I managed to fast this week. Something I've not been able to do like for the last 20 years.
Say what?
Yes.
Amazing. Congratulations for that. It's a milestone.
So well.
Yes.
I used to have headaches in the morning and you would wake up and drink water.
Yeah.
It would persist, and at the end of the day, I used to pop some painkillers. But since when I started using a little bit of salt in water, or I take a cup of soup in the morning, no more headaches.
Amazing. Imagine that. Imagine
and
that.
I have enjoyed eating my food cooked with ghee. I can't have more. I am just happy.
Now listen to this, Gatini. Somebody told me that I am on a payroll from companies that make ghee, that I'm here to kill people and I'm actually hired to market these products. And I'm like, congratulations, you know how it feels.
See the Asians and the Muslims where I live buy that. But now I bought it and I know why they do that. They are very strict with their diets.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to be able to do even a 48-hour fast and even more.
I am so happy about this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and you're welcome. I am so happy about your journey because, listen, some people will think that when they fast, they will just die. They will faint and they will not, because of the addiction that they have with food. Their relationship with food is so poor that every 2 hours, they have to put something in their mouths. Those headaches that we get in the morning are because of addictions to the sugars. So immediately you withdraw from the sugars, you start getting the headaches. Now look at it this way. Most people will wake up with a headache and they drink water, the headache is still there. And guess what they say? You know, if I don't take tea in the morning, I always have this bad headache.
Yes. That's what I used to do, cups and cups of tea. And I don't do sugar. I've not done sugar for 15 years, but I do bread, which still has sugar. I would have an orange, a grapefruit here and there.
Yeah.
And then if I try to fast, I used to feel like I withdraw, I would sweat. There's a certain kind of sweat,
Yeah.
I used to feel like I'm going to die the next minute. But I have managed this whole week.
Amazing, amazing, man. Keep going, keep going. You're just now recovered. You're on the recovery road. Do not ever look back. Don't let them discourage you. Keep going and burn that fat. You'll be better.
Thank you so much.
Amazing.
God bless you. God bless the work of your hands.
Thank you.
You are a good messenger. We need more like you.
I appreciate. Thank you. And they're coming your way. Trust me. Thank you.
Yes.
Amazing, amazing. Imagine that. Now, I always tell you, you see, I share my stories. Normally, it's easier for me. Thank you, Jen. And somebody just put out a comment that was awesome here. This is it Otonde Jr.? Your message on health is revolutionary. Keep going and may God protect you. Thank you so much, bro. That is deep. Now listen, I share my stories because these stories will inspire you. They are so awesome. They will inspire you. Okay? And the reason why it's easier for me to do these things is because I've walked the journey. I don't just preach things that you have not done. I don't tell you to lose weight when I've not lost weight. I was from 102 all the way to 68. And then I had all the stories that everybody said. Oh, Daktari, I was working in Mombasa. So I was told, oh, Daktari, Fatuma has done her thing. Oh, Daktari, this Mombasa is not taking you well. But the same people who told me when I had a double neck and the cephalothorax, my head was fused with the thorax. I didn't have a neck. Oh, like the same people who told me when I was looking like a penguin, Those people who told me it's time for you to settle, bro. Hey, it's time for you to now get this. Your life is good. Your job is well paying. Those same people are the ones who actually came out and told me, "Ay, Daktari, but you've lost so much weight and that's not okay." And I was like, bro. When I was fat, you gave me a compliment. When now I'm losing weight, you're now telling me something else. Now, I am not here to impress you, but remember this: I lost weight so drastically that I got scared. I was like, hey, this one. Hey. Now, I went and restocked my refrigerator with sausages. Those who in Mombasa, there is a Naivas supermarket in Bamburi. Hey, yeah. That supermarket has eaten my money. Where? Sausages. I had those packs of 22 sausages in my fridge, just stock 22, 20. And my friends, I would sit there, just fry these sausages and eat them. And within no time, my weight was back. I was like, I'm from 68, I'm at 72. Kidogo, I'm at 81. And I'm like, maybe this is where I have to be. And then that dengue fever in Mombasa struck me. I was like, And that was my turning point. I just decided, no, I'm not going to do this anymore. So it's a journey. You will experience all these things. People will tell you different things. Your parents will tell you, our daughter, no, that man is stressing you. That marriage is not working for you. Your own father is there looking at you and saying, hey, why are you starving yourself and you have a good job? For men, your mothers will tell you, now, chairman, my son, you are doing good. It's time for you to bring me grandchildren. And you'll fall for that trap. And then this woman comes in and cooks you the same foods that her mother used to cook for her. And her mother is diabetic. Your mother is diabetic also. And that's how genes come into play. We don't inherit genes. We inherit diets that activate epigenetics that actually activate the genes. So genes are actually tertiary. Primary is diets, and then epigenetics, and then now the genes. But we blame it on the genes, right? Tawe. Good. Zolisa is saying, Daktari, I've lost 8 kgs in 4 weeks. They think you're lying. Actually, most people who come to my physical consultations, the first complaint they tell me after 4 weeks, because I give them about 6 to 8 weeks. And I'm actively involved in that journey. Now, they will tell me, Daktari, I am so scared. I've lost a lot of weight in a short period of time. Am I okay? I'm like, yes, you are okay. When you're losing weight, you're actually shedding fat. You're burning the fat. Now your body will start rebuilding back. When you start exercising, when you start continuing eating healthy and fixing the gut, you will start absorbing nutrients, and then your body starts growing back, but in a healthy way. But you are scared of losing fat, and then yet this fat is where toxins are stored. So 50% of that fat, the belly fat, is just toxins. So how proud are you to carry toxins on your tummy? And then you keep on loading toxins in your gut, in your stomach. Somebody... When I was growing up, I used to think that these fat people who have a pot belly, they feel so full every time. When I grew up, I realized, hey, when I got one, I realized, Mr. Chairman is always hungry. Mr. Chairman is ever hungry. No wonder he'll sit in a pub or a hotel and drink all that alcohol and eat all that meat. And then, Mashambani, where I come from, in those villages, when somebody calls for meat, 1 kg of meat, and eats that 1 kg of meat and now pumps himself with the beer, that is the gentleman. That is the village champion. I mean, and these are teachers. Most teachers, most teachers, when you retire and you get some pension here, this is what you do all the time, instead of doing something important. And that's why you die early. Because you go there and you want to show these people, I was a teacher in Kenya High, right? I have gotten my pension. Now it's time for me to show you something. Yes, and police people and the police. Yeah, but it's rare to see a police who was retired, right? It's very rare. I don't know where they disappear to. Most teachers will go into being preachers. So now from teaching and conditioning people, and now straight into conditioning them even more as they go to hell. And now you'll go to heaven or hell, and you'll meet your teacher there with ghee again, to marinate you with ghee and send you into the fire. So these teachers are everywhere. They are everywhere. So now a teacher comes in with the pension, and he orders 1 kg of meat nyama choma. He drinks that, he eats all that meat with his kapot belly kadogo hivi kazuri katai. And then orders beer. Taking his beer, he's standing tall. Taking beer, all that, and speaking all the English on this world. And then when he comes with arthritis, he's telling me, the teachers will always think everybody's their student. So he's telling me, no, this cannot be anything else. I know my problem, doctor. I know where I went wrong. My problem is I've been eating a lot of meat. I'm like, okay, go ahead, Mwalimu. Yes, I've been eating a lot of meat, and even my doctor confirmed that meat is a problem. And then I'm like, okay, so what else have you been taking this meat? Doctor, is it bad to drink some coffee here and there? No problem. When it's time for them to leave, they come back and ask me, Doctor, and how about 2 bottles of alcohol every weekend? I'm like, I got you. Come here, sir. No estrogen. And now the teacher goes back to factory settings. It's like, now I sit them down and tell them, now it's the alcohol that is actually causing you problems, not the meat. Continue eating meat. And at least that's a moment of pleasure. You're now teaching a teacher. It's amazing to do what I do. Trust me, it's amazing to do what I do. But it's challenging because you have to be always. I've lost 8 kgs in 4 weeks. This is Zolisa, so I was reading that. After dropping seed oils, wheat, and sugar. I'm doing 16-8 intermittent fast. Your gospel is working. And I'm now preaching the same to my WhatsApp status, posting links of your videos. They sometimes get tired of you, but do not get tired. They're like, huyu atapost ile tu ya ule daktari. Jabaka told you one day that, was it Jabaka or was it Job? That one day he kept on sharing my videos in the family WhatsApp group. And these guys kept on ignoring him. They're ignoring him, but they're seeking help for diabetes and hypertension. But this guy has been posting all these videos there. What they do, they just archive the videos. Tuma tu tutafinya huko chini, tutazituma huko chini, no problem. Just keep sending them. One guy said, it's hard to fix family members. Yes, they love their own hell. Don't get them out of their hell. They have to initiate it themselves. Okay? Now I've started 24-hour fast and OMAD. My confidence has shot all the roof. I just feel and look good in dresses I bought 6 years ago. Okay, dresses that she bought 6 years ago. Thank you so much. You're a true God sent. Some of your prayers keep me going. It's not about the money, it's not about the motivation. Listen, sometimes I come out of work and I sit here and I tell my colleague and my director that, hey, today I don't feel like I have to do this live. And then one thing that he tells me every time, don't worry, just sit there and say something. And look at us. We are already at 1 hour, 12 minutes. Sometimes I don't want to say anything. I'm like, this Tuesday we cannot do this. And he's like, no, just in case you're forgetting, you're not doing it for you. Okay? Because you can go and sleep and you will have all this information, it will be okay. But there's somebody who wants to listen to this for such information from you, who is longing to hear it from you. Go do it. It's a Les Girl one says, Doc, you're amazing. Thank you for sharing all this informative content. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. And now Dor is saying the first gift in life was knowing God. The second gift in my life is doctor. hey, Dr. Lewis. Imagine that. Imagine that type of prayer. And when you come here and you don't know God, you meet a video that's talking about identity. You meet us talking about identity, and we send you back to the Mecca. Tell you, hey, you forgot to fix your identity before coming here. And now you become a happy person because you get the perfect peace. When you fix your spirituality and then your mindset is awesome, now your physical just follows. And now you have God to thank because glory has to go back to the Mecca. I don't take the glory. Glory goes back to God because my duty is to glorify God through easing pain and suffering from his people. Priscilla Nyambura, I lost weight and my aunties were like, ni stress gani uko nazo? People always think that getting fat is swag and healthy. They believe, they don't even think, they believe that a fat person is awesome. You will tell even your doctor that I have joint pains and he will not mention anything about weight to you. So if your doctor cannot mention that, how about your mother? And people keep on telling me, I was born a chubby kid. Yes, you're born a chubby kid. We don't blame you. We blame whoever gave birth to you. And now it's time for you to go back. No, okay, because you cannot keep on blaming baby fat. Oh, chubby kid. Oh, I was born chubby. Oh, it's the genes. No. What are you doing to work out of the genes? Okay, amazing. So let's bring in another person and let's see how it goes. These conversations are interesting because we speak our minds, we speak freely. We are not here to justify anything. We are not here to put research here so that we can read the research. We are here to make sure that we inspire, or we get inspired and then we inspire, right? So we are here to get inspired and then we inspire others. And that's just amazing because that's the nature of God. He wants you to live a healthy life. He wants you to have an identity and then just live just have the perfect peace. Most of us don't have perfect peace. We have a void inside us. There's a very big hole inside us. And we keep on thinking that the outside environment is coming in to change that. You're thinking that if I get married, I'll be complete. You're thinking that if I get this, I'll be complete. If I get the money, I'll be complete. If I get this type of friends, I'll be complete. So you're thinking other people are going to fix your identity. No. You are born complete. But you have to die of the sin to come up and become a person who has perfect peace. When you have perfect peace, nothing scares you. Fear is disappearing. Yes, Wanjiru.
Hi, Doc. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm well.
You're live on air. We're excited to have you here. Talk to us.
Thank you. So I had issues with headache.
Yes.
Every time I would wake up, I would have headache. I would have bloating. I would have all sorts of problems when I wake up.
Yeah.
So after I followed you, I've changed my diet.
Awesome.
And right now, I can't believe I can just wake up and go to work.
Imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
When you thought morning breakfast is the most important, right?
Yeah. Now I can just take one meal a day and I'm okay.
Imagine that. Control. The power of control.
So I don't know if you can remember me. I brought my mother our last consultation.
Amazing. Yes, I do.
She had the issue with stroke.
Oh God, yeah.
Blood clots.
I do remember you, Wanjiru.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Man, I was thinking, hii sauti imetoka wapi? I've heard of this voice before. Where is this coming from? Thank you so much for coming through. How is she doing?
Yeah, she's doing well.
Yeah.
I've been her watchman, so every time she sees me, she puts food away.
She knows, no way I'm going to pay bills for your problems. It's time for you to fix the kitchen.
Yeah, so she's like, mweke mbali na mimi kwa sababu if she comes around, then I'll not even have a bite of food.
Huyu atanimaliza.
I keep telling her, every time you wake up, you have a headache or you can't get out of bed.
Yeah.
Remember diet.
Exactly.
I'll not always be around you.
Yeah.
So you have to keep watch of your health. So every time you even can't walk because of her legs, the one that was swelling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every time there's that problem, remember, it's food. Food.
Yeah, you must have a goal and then you work towards achieving that goal.
Yes. So right now we haven't gone back to her doctor.
Yeah.
Since we came.
Mm-hmm.
So she's still managing the hypertension, but right now it's not as bad.
No problem. We are going to push. We still have more weeks to go. We are still going to push, and then by the time we are going back to her doctor, we shall be awesome.
Yeah.
We shall just be waiting for the doctor to confirm that actually we are doing better.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. How did you how did you just decide to trust us?
I've been on meds for a while. I used to pop painkillers almost daily.
Mm-hmm.
So I told myself, if I've been taking medicine every now and then, it's not working.
Yeah.
How about I try your way, because that will not have any effects on my body. So let me try this way.
Mm-hmm.
And that is medicine.
Amazing. Zero side effects.
Yeah, so I've reduced. I don't know. The last time I told you I'm 53 kgs, and you said that's okay. Nataka kuongeza weight ya nini?
Yeah, I normally tell that to women because they get something gets into their thoughts. They get into their thoughts and the emotions, and they start thinking, "Oh, I've lost weight and all this." But you see, you get to realize that that noise that is in your head is not your noise. It's noise from people. Yeah, there are people who keep on looking at you and they see you with the thick thighs and they like it for their own ego. It's for their own selfish interest. And now, when you're trying to live healthy, now you're killing their fantasies. So they start pushing you back to your hell. Do not accept that. So do not listen to those voices. You can do better on your own.
Yeah, because I was still at 54 and I would still wake up and feel like I'm obese. Because my body used to be very heavy. Everything is heavy. My tummy is heavy. My head is heavy.
Yeah.
When I go to check, my weight is 54, and I'm wondering, why am I feeling so,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've been trying the diet. I have my corner of cabbages and all stuff.
Yeah.
My family call it my, you kona yake ya mchawi.
Amazing,
the cabbages
amazing.
and all stuff. Yeah, but I keep telling them, I wish you knew how I used to feel and how I feel now.
Yeah.
You'll join me. Yeah.
Thank you so much for trusting us with your family's health, and we will never disappoint. We are here on that journey. We are going to walk with you that journey, and you know how we do it. We'll keep doing it over and over until your mother gets well and until your family gets better. That's my duty.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for coming through.
Yeah, sure.
Amazing. Hey, so exciting to see somebody. Now listen, if actually what we do is criminal, do you think somebody who has tried it, physical consultations, she came, brought the mother, and she's on this live listening and then giving her testimony, do you think she'll be here? If any case, she'll be busy in the comment section typing hate energy, right? Look at that. Amazing conversations there. Hi doc, can I fast while breastfeeding? The reality is this. Yes, fasting means not eating. You don't have to eat to get breast milk because breast milk does not come from the stomach. You will not pump food from the stomach straight into the nipples. No. It has to go through a process. So breast milk comes from the fat globules around your nipple. It's called the areola. So therefore, you should fast, at least an intermittent fast. 16-8 is still a good fast. A 24-hour fast, at least once a week, is a good fast for you. So yes. And then Priscilla Nyambura says, I later on started going to the gym to tone my body. There's something Priscilla was saying before we come to this one, right? Let me just see this. Okay. I lost weight and my aunties were like, stress gani hiyo uko nazo. People always think that getting fat is swag. And then she goes on and says, I later on started going to the gym to tone my body. And the same aunties started saying, you look like a high school kid. Look at your aunties. Too much noise. No identity. They want misery loves company. They want you to be part of their story. Avoid that. What do people want? Yeah, let's embrace a healthy life for our sake. Others will realign. Yes, people will have to align. It doesn't matter. Just fix you and let them align. Steve, just hold on a little bit, okay? And then Jack Zulu says, hey doc, my sisters try to take me out of fasting, saying people will think I'm sick. I thank God for meeting you through one of my sisters who introduced me to your videos. I reversed diabetes and blood pressures. Amazing! Jack Zulu, we celebrate you and thank you so much for that. And thank you for resisting the negative energy that comes from your sisters. Because I told you, your spouse, your family, and your friends are one of the group of people that will actually block you from achieving your health goals. They love you being in hell because they're also in hell. They don't know how to get out of it. They are wondering, how did you leave us here and get out of the hell? This is our hell. This is our family hell. This is our family disease. How are you walking out of this disease? Do not listen to them. Do not listen to a spouse who doesn't want to follow you. Do what you have to do. When they see the changes, they'll start to align. They will discourage you. They will accept it half-heartedly. But immediately they see you getting better, they are there. How many women have been fat and their husbands were so relaxed because they are fat too? And then they lost weight and the husband started becoming insecure. How many of you women, your husband started going to the gym and started getting that lean body, and now you had to up your game because, hey, you're thinking this guy, hey, women will start flocking on him. So it is your evil thoughts that are actually you're thinking, hey, Mr. Man is getting this good body, and you're like, this is the guy I got attracted to when he was young. He's getting back his body. You're like, now insecurity starts coming in. You don't want to fix your fat body, but you want now to start telling your husband, when you go to the gym, you're just going to see women there. You start putting that negative energy in his ears so that he gets to come back and grow fat as you are. It's your time to change. You owe him your fitness. Man, as you become insecure because your woman wakes up early and goes to the gym and you're there and you're thinking, oh, this one is going to the gym because of the gym instructor. Up your game. Be the instructor. Don't sit there and complain about gym instructors and your pot belly is there. You're busy snoring in the morning. She's running away from that snoring. So go be the gym instructor. Don't be the noisy one. Okay? Do something about yourself. It doesn't matter your position. Do something. Do something. Once you just start fixing yourself, everything else aligns. People in your life start to align. You lose friends because they are friends who are part of your circle because you're fat. So they are fat friends. They come in because you're fat. When you lose the fat, you lose the fat friends. Yes, Steve, how are you?
Fine, sir. Thank you so much, Doc. I'm so delighted to join your live.
Thank you, bro.
And I just want you to also maybe mention something to do with autoimmune disease.
Yes.
Because I was diagnosed with lupus about 2 years ago, and it's been hectic to trying to readjust living with the lupus.
Mm-hmm.
So it is crazy. Just recently, I developed new symptoms like burning feet. That is like I think it is related with nerves.
Mm-hmm.
And slight backache and fatigue and a bit of dizziness.
Mm-hmm.
So I was unable to wake up in the morning to go to work.
Yeah.
And I just contacted my rheumatologist in Nairobi, and he told me that, Stephen, you really need to see a doctor immediately. So I went to see him.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote a lot of tests that I was supposed to do, checking the organs, the most critical organs like kidneys, liver, and also I think the level of uric acid and also B12, vitamin B12, something like that, and also vitamin D.
Yes.
So it has been crazy, and it is very expensive, and I know you know how expensive it is to do such kind of test.
Sure.
So, and managing and living with lupus, it is very, very expensive. So he wrote for me several medication. He had to readjust. So now I'm taking prednisolone 3 in the morning and 3 in the evening. And also I need to take mycophenolate, mofetil, that is 500 mg, to help reduce the protein. So it is crazy. I've used a lot of money trying to get better, and it is super crazy. So I was feeling like maybe also you need to make an awareness for those people who are living with lupus outside. You know, it's kind of crazy. It's very difficult, especially at this cold season. It is difficult, especially if you don't have a cover and everything. So I think it is really important for us to be able to know and also to support one another. So I'm here in your life. I've been following you for several months now, and if anybody wants to support me to get this medication, I'll be so much happy.
Why do you want people to support you to get medication? Steve?
Sorry?
Why do you find the need to get support to get the medication? Where is he going to?
Yes.
Yeah. Where is he going to? Steve, your internet is actually messed up. But guys, look, Anybody who is actually going through the same condition that Steve is going through, there's a whole video on autoimmune conditions and a whole live. Again, we did a very interesting live, right? And this is why you should be here. A very interesting live on autoimmune conditions, and SLE is part of them. But I wanted to take Steve through some questions here so that you can actually learn from him. Because most people, you see even his mentality, he's saying my rheumatologist. He has actually personalized a doctor. He doesn't even believe he can be a doctor on his own. So he's saying my rheumatologist, lack of identity. That is one. Number two, he's saying that he was diagnosed with this SLE and sometimes it gets difficult. So he's actually at a place where it is now draining him financially. So he's thinking that a health insurance can actually change his life. Instead of thinking the best insurance is in the kitchen. And this is somebody who has followed me for quite some time. He's saying months, right? And yet he still cannot believe that his insurance is in the kitchen. Thank you so much, Gatim. What other insurance do you want? FFS? The civil servant one? The Madison one? What else? What other insurance do you want that is not in your kitchen? Instead of spending money to go and do tests here and there, spending money to go and buy medication, the supplements, the synthetic supplements, you already have the green flags already, the red flags, sorry. Is the kitchen. That's where the problem is. So I wanted to ask him, what has he done different in his kitchen? But he ran. So I hope, Steve, you can actually go to YouTube and see that whole live about arthritis. Take time. It will take you 2 hours to sit there and listen to that live, but it will change your life for a lifetime. It's a life-changing. Listen, or you can actually book a consultation with us and just have these conversations. You will love it. We have a good hour for you, man. A good hour of teaching you the disease, teaching you the causes, and how to reverse the causes. Not fixing the symptoms through taking drugs, supplements, and taking drugs to lower the pain. You're not treating the arthritis. You're actually masking the symptoms of arthritis. Steven Zell is asking me another question. Daktari, talk about headaches, please. Have tried water with a pinch of salt, but seems not working to me. It will not work. Why? Because you're taking the shortcut. You're just taking water and still eating your bread. You take water plus salt and think, oh, Daktari said I should hydrate with water and salt. The hydration is part of healthy living. So if your kitchen is a mess, there's no way you can go to the office, take sausages, take bread, use seed oils, eat wheat, eat sugar, and then come and drink water and salt and expect your headache to disappear. It's not going anywhere. A headache is a symptom. You cannot focus on treating a symptom and not instead of treating the cause. It's not possible. It's not possible. So a very good point here from Abdiaziz. Imagine this gentleman is fixated on buying drugs that he wants support from my people. These people can support you. They can send you the money, bro. Steve, they can send you the money to buy medications. They can. They have the ability. But they have to relate to your story. They are wondering, but you're asking us for drugs, for money to buy drugs and do all these tests. But you're not even asking us to buy you ghee. Imagine that. If you come on this healthy platform, do not use it to benefit the big pharma. Use this healthy platform to benefit yourself health-wise. Because if you ask for ghee, if you ask for the types of salt, if you ask for what is the cause of this disease, instead of focusing on asking for the drugs, you will do better, bro. You will do better. So I want you to change your perspective from thinking that your health is in the doctor's consultation room, that your health is in taking those tests that keep you in fear. Because these tests come out and they tell you, oh, you have tested positive for rheumatoid arthritis. Oh, now you have SLE that will destroy your kidneys. And now fear comes in. It exposes the evil nature of you, the fear inside you. And now you become a slave for a lifetime because the fear is the one that will put you on medication for a lifetime. Okay? So yes, be wise, bro, be wise. Start thinking, how should I eat? Instead of, what will I take? Drugs are not going to change your life. Drugs are going to change your life. Any chronic condition, diabetes, hypertension, cancer, heart disease, stroke, arthritis, kidney failure, obesity, liver failure, only diets can change your life. Only diets are your best insurance. Yes, Jambaka.
Good evening, Doc.
Good evening, how are you? Nice to have you back.
Now today I want to talk about doctors. My experiences since I started following you.
Yes.
I've become so keen. I see things and I record.
Yep.
The best pediatrician in Kisumu, the best, the one that everybody will refer you to.
Yes.
That man short and morbidly is with a very big and round body.
And he's a pediatrician.
When you take your child there,
yes,
he lowers the specs the way you said he's lowering the specs.
I wish one day I can come with those specs here and show you the exact thing that happened. I want to see you from up here.
Another thing I realized, Jaramogi Referral Hospital, the best in Nyanza region.
Yeah.
Nutritionists were teaching us how to eat, and they brought a matchbox. See a matchbox?
Yes.
So they were cutting pieces of meat and fixing inside a matchbox.
Okay.
Saying that is the requirement of meat per day. You can imagine a matchbox. I walked out. I said I'm not going to listen to all this. Imagine somebody carrying a matchbox. Those are nutritionists brought through, and those tents are there with labels of drugs, with those pharmaceutical companies, with their banners and flyers.
So
now, when it was time for the nutritionists, a matchbox.
Wait a minute.
Some few pieces of there.
So,
and they say this is our daily requirement.
So inside the matchbox is where they put meat.
That is the daily requirements. That is now the measure of a daily requirement of meat. You can imagine.
I'm tired.
add to the fact that this is the hospital where my father died out of diabetes.
I know,
and
bro.
BPH. I walked out in protest.
Why have you cut?
Like, where is this man going to?
Why have you cut my laughter short, brother? Bro, hey, I'm finding it hard to believe.
A matchbox.
So
that is our daily requirement.
So better at least
short and also fat.
At least the one who said you can take 2 pieces of meat every day.
I tell you, they had real meat. They were fixing it inside a matchbox and showing up. Everybody was supposed to see the requirement or the daily requirement of meat.
I am tired, bro. I am tired.
Another hospital that I visited again, the one of the best in Kisumu.
Yeah.
It was prescribed. Doctor was prescribing for me antacid.
Mm-hmm.
I had some throat issue.
Yeah.
And I rejected them. I was telling him, I don't want an antacid because an antacid. Why are you giving me this antacid?
Mm-hmm.
When he asked me, tell me what do you know about antacids?
Yeah.
I told him no. What I know, I really don't know any much. But what I know is, I want my stomach acid as concentrated as possible. Because that's when I'm going to digest my foods.
Yes.
And this is my first line defense. So just from our house education curriculum.
Yes.
This man, somebody who looks younger than me, I think, 45, 40 days.
Yes.
This guy was so mad. Asked me, you need 72 hours to understand this.
Instead of 72 hours of fasting and fixing the gut, you need 72 hours to understand him with peptic ulcers.
To understand why I was being prescribed an antacid instead of. He was so mad, he cut short my consultation.
Yeah.
And now gave me and now booked me for another specialist.
He was tired with you, like so he's a stubborn patient.
And he said, now this man is not going to waste my time here.
Why though?
Why? I went out without his prescription, and he was not very happy.
Was he on a payroll to market the suspensions?
These things you say are very true. Nowadays, even these things on the supermarkets, I don't even stop there. I used to go there like every day.
Yeah.
Bread, water, sausage. Nowadays, I can take nearly 2 months, 3 months without stepping into a supermarket because there's nothing there.
Amazing.
If there's salt is next. With meat is just like a butcher across.
Yeah.
So you really saved us. You must know this. I think I should know you are the director. Whenever you want to miss, he must whip you to come. Because we really need.
Drag me like a bag of sweet potatoes. Come here, young man.
You know our property. Although we don't pay you enough, but you are now our property.
No,
you are the property of the world.
No, but you see, bro. But you see, you don't have to pay me. You just by virtue of you getting better and changing lives and now understanding health, because health is our first wealth. By virtue of you understanding your body, understanding how it works, and then getting to ease pain from your life on your own through only my guidance, that is a blessing enough for me, bro. It is a reward enough. And that's why I told you, I am lucky to have been raised by a stoic and actually somebody who is so spiritual, a father. And the virtues that he imparted in me are just crazy, bro. That the best reward, I know there's financial aspect about this, but I do consultations, but I do sell merchandise. I do have my own things that are going on. I have a job. I'm blessed to have a good job. So everything that I'm doing is because I am here as a vessel. I am just being instructed to do what I'm doing. So sometimes I sit here and everything that I do is because it's a power that is coming through me. So when I ease pain and suffering from even one person, that's a blessing, bro.
Continue doing, because it, just from not really for the people of us, for the a lot of us who are following me.
Yeah,
I've realized that nearly a good percentage of us were not introduced by anybody. We only got on videos, maybe through YouTube,
exactly.
These things, as
Yes.
say them,
Yeah.
and then we try.
Yeah.
So these are things that nobody came and told us we should do this. Because for us, people like us, when we try telling other people,
they become resistant.
The ego and they become so resistant and they loathe you so much. Your family members, basically you are hated. Let me tell you, these people are like, personally, I'm hated.
Yeah, bro.
People.
And I'm hated by people who don't even know me.
Personally, myself, when I even walk barefoot, when I do my stuff, when I fast and I go to visit somebody, and they're like, that one is not going to, don't bother him.
Yeah.
So people just look at you like, now you are possessed. But what you have done to the world is immeasurable. So keep doing it. We keep praying for you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Amazing. Somebody's asking me what is tallow. This is tallow. Tallow is the beef fat. This is the cheapest. This is the cheapest fat. It's very affordable. Go to the butcherman and tell him that, because they still fear cholesterol. Your butcherman still fears cholesterol. Go and tell them to give you that fat, the white fat that they hang in the butcher to drip the water. Take that fat and put it in a sufria and make your own tallow. It is so easy to prepare. Okay? And sometimes don't ask these questions all the time. Don't ask these questions all the time. Put in some work. When I tell you tallow, go and find out what is tallow. That's how you start developing a good habit of reading. But if I tell you everything, you're like, you become a zombie. You want to be spoon-fed. Lack of identity. So I have the power to manipulate you. Don't allow me to manipulate you. You have the ability. You have the internet. The reason why you're on this life is because you have been empowered with a phone, a smartphone, and an internet. So when you see something you don't understand, tallow, go and find out what is tallow. Don't ask again in the comment section, what is tallow? Okay? Be that person who has develop every single day, develop a new habit and love reading. Just go, be curious about everything. You don't have to do a lot. No, just do that time that you're scrolling on TikTok the whole day. Just take about an hour and just do some health-related content. Wangari Kibuja, Daktari, I have been there in the pharmaceutical marketing, paying doctors or buying them houses or paying them overseas trips just so that they can push our pharmaceutical drugs by prescribing more drugs. Now I want to listen to this keenly. This is Wangari Kibunja. I'm guessing Wangari Kibunja has been part of the medical representatives that we talk about every time. Listen to this. Daktari, I have been there in the pharmaceutical marketing, paying doctors or buying them houses or paying them overseas trips just so that they can push our pharmaceutical drugs by prescribing more drugs. The word is push. The word is not help you recover. The word is push the drugs. Daktari, sukuma hii dawa. Okay? And then she says, people should understand the body heals itself. I had ulcers in high school, took many H. pylori kits while eating too much starch and milk at a special diet until I fixed my diet. So this one walked the journey from high school, got the ulcers, took the kits, took the antacids. Nothing was happening. And then went ahead and joined the pharmaceutical companies as a medical representative. It's a job. And then they have these initiatives for doctors. They give you lab coats. These are the younger doctors who are still innocent. You're given lab coats, pens, notebooks, and all that. The bigger doctors are given houses, cars. They are given lunches, big lunches in big hotels. They are sponsored. Their research is actually sponsored. Some of them are sponsored to go to school. So how do you expect them to go to school and come out and talk against the one who sponsored them to go to school? They are given trips abroad. So she's telling you, fix that gut, fix that diet in the kitchen. Also, I got thyroid cysts and I did not take any pill for it. Just food, exercise, and knowing how to manage stress and kujipenda. Take rest and meditate. Listen to that. Take rest and meditate. And please tell parents to practice these things because when your kids don't like it, they will remember when they grow up. Let's show them by example. I have told you multiple times that children learn by observation and imitation. There is no child who will eat 5 meals a day when the mother eats 2 meals a day. It's not possible. The child will adapt what you're doing. Mint Lau is saying, oh my, that was my life on prednisolone and antihistamines. If I missed, my face would swell. Allergy to dust, mites, and mold. I've not taken any of those since 2022. I started fasting and dropped the inflammatory foods. Amazing stories. Amazing stories here. Listen to this. Felicia is saying, thank you, doctor, for saving our lives on chronic illnesses. You're welcome. James, hi, doc. I undertook a 48-hour fast over the weekend. I experienced abdominal pains between hours of 36 to 48. Very normal, perfect one. What can I do different next time, as I was taking sugarless black coffee and water with salt? You're doing well. Keep taking them. Your gut has to adapt. In the beginning, it's not easy. The body has to resist. But as you become a guru into it, as you do it frequently, your body adapts and it becomes easier. Some will get a diarrhea after breaking the fast because they are in a hurry to break the fast. So the body punishes you with a diarrhea or abdominal upsets. When you get to the 44th hour there, you start to think about food. And now you become more hungry. Don't give up. Take your water and salt and move. Go do a slight exercise. Keep rehydrating with salt and water, sugarless black coffee, sugarless green tea. Keep moving. You're doing good. I'm proud of you. Your story is amazing. Keep doing it. Don't give up. That is James Minor. Christine Aburi says, the doc at one of the boyfriend, okay, the BF, the big hospitals. Okay, the doc at one of the big hospitals in Nairobi said my heart will get affected due to hyperthyroidism and put me on the highest doses of medicines until I got this channel. Thank you, doctor. Now, people are suffering from hyper and hypothyroidism without even understanding this problem. There's a lady I met, and she was told that her lungs have a form of the fluid. Okay, so there's some perfusion in the lungs. And then guess what the doctor said? Because she's struggling to breathe, the doctor told her, because her thyroid hormones were misbehaving, they were high. The doctor tells this lady that, you see, the thyroid has actually enlarged and is actually pressing against the lungs. And that's why she's having these problems of breathing. Now, guess the next thing that was coming. The doctor tells her, you need to give me 30,000 shillings to book you tomorrow in the afternoon so that I can actually pull out that fluid from your lungs, a surgery to pull out, minor surgery to just pull out that fluid from the lungs, and then cut off some part of the thyroid so that it doesn't press on the lungs. I was like, how. I'm like, 30,000 within the next 24 hours. Pop. You didn't even tell me what is happening. You didn't even tell me what is causing this. And now I have to give you 30,000. Tomorrow in the afternoon I'm in the theater. And then I come out with the botched surgery. Complication of the surgery. Now that's another surgery, right, Daktari? And now the second surgery that I'm going to do, I will not have to book it. He will book me directly because I don't have any other option. It's an emergency surgery, so I have to go there. So the first one, at least I had an option to tell him, oh, okay, I'm paying this 30,000 so that tomorrow I can do the surgery. It was voluntary. How about the second one? How about the second one, which is going to correct the mistakes that were done in the first surgery? You don't have an option, do you? Just pass and forward, pass and forward, pass and forward. Hello, Dr. Lewis. Does lemon peels soaked in warm water break the fast? No. When you're in the autophagy stage, basically 36 hours and above, the lemon peels water cannot break your fast. But in the early stages, it can. Okay? It can. Somebody is asking me, Daktari, which book do you recommend kindly? At this moment in time, before I recommend the syllabus to you, I'll recommend you to read the book that is called Butchered by Healthcare. Somebody else who just wants to see a lot of things that are actually going wrong, just go read that book. Just find it. Can I remember the author? Is it Peter Ghosh or somebody? Just go and find that book that is called Butchered by Healthcare. And then come and tell us your story about it. Tell us the story about omeprazole, okay? You'll know you've been messed up all this time. Good. I believe we've done about 2 hours now. Amazing. What did you do with hypothyroidism? Don't worry about what we did. There's always a way. Okay? There's always a way. When you visit us, and this is not about me marketing. This is about me telling you the truth. When you step into that, I don't call it a consultation room. Mine is a conversations corner. When you step into that conversations corner to have a conversation with me, you realize who I am. I'm a different person. Okay? I'm a different person. Hi, Doc. What causes lack of sleep? I've talked about insomnia already. There's a whole live about insomnia, and it was interesting. You can go and watch it on YouTube. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I forget, our physical consultations are starting on the 27th day of this month. That is on Tuesday. And they will run all the way to the 6th day of September. Those are 2 weeks. You can benefit from it. Okay, so bring those people on board. You can also come on board. Book your appointments through the contacts that I've posted and pinned on my platforms. And our online consultations are always on. Every single day we are doing online consultations in the evening. And they're amazing. Okay, use the same contact to book those online appointments. Also, we have merchandise that we are selling for the coffee, the fermented cabbage, and the tallow. It is already at Imenti House. So Brian received that today. And I believe it's time for me now to put out the contact. Yesterday I told you I'll put out the contact, but I realized if I put out that contact, that gentleman will not sleep. He had not received the merchandise, but now it's there. It's in Imenti, at Imenti House, shop number 60 on the 2nd floor. You enter Imenti House through the entrance that is opposite, directly opposite Beba Beba stores. And then you go and turn left, take one staircase up, and there you are, shop number 60. It's called Brian Omwenga. You'll get your tallow there, you'll get your coffee there, and you'll get your fermented cabbage there. And then after that, be empowered to make your own. For those of you who are taking the coffee, boil the coffee with water. Do not add coffee and be boiled with the water. Okay? And that's how you start enjoying that coffee. Use that coffee in the morning, use that coffee during the day, but don't take it beyond 3 p.m. because you also need your sleep. And then you can use that when you're fasting. Enjoy it. It's sugarless black coffee. Coffee tastes awesome when it's black. Okay? And thank you for the support. Now, my YouTube channel, Health and Wellness Sport, go there and let's make it 100,000. We've climbed so fast. We are now at 30,400 and something, I believe so, yeah. So go there and subscribe. You need that content. It is good for you. If you can share it widely. Let's change people in our continent. Also, there's another YouTube channel, the baby channel that is growing. Go there and support us. It's called HAWS, H-A-W-S, with Dr. Lewis. HAWS just means Health and Wellness Sport, okay? Yeah, go there and subscribe. If you're not followed me on TikTok, do it. Please follow me on this platform. And also follow me, is Health and Wellness Sport on TikTok, and also Dr. Lewis Muchile on TikTok. On Facebook, Lewis Muchile. On Instagram, the same. On Telegram, Health and Wellness Sport. Okay, so be part of that conversation. The Sua I Rise has joined Doctor's Panel. That's amazing membership. welcome on board Adesua. You'll be, of course, among the first people to receive the content before it's actually posted to other people. So all of you who are on my membership on YouTube, you know very well, you'll be receive this content about an hour or two before every other person reads or get this content. So thank you for joining in the membership on the doctor's panel. We appreciate you. Good. Is there any other person here we can roll a conversation with before I call it a night? Anybody who is willing to bring a conversation on board, or rather I can keep on reading the comments. Please, I've been asking when to leave medications when doing good diet. Now this is user. User, number one, find an identity by getting a name. It's very important. When you're still calling yourself user because you want to hide an identity and now you have to just pop into people's lives without having an identity so that you play the background role, you're doing yourself a disjustice. That is actually absence of an identity. So go find a name. Change that name from user or whatever to your name. That is one. It's very important, by the way. Number two, you cannot just drop drugs just because you started eating healthy. You need to talk to your doctor, and that's why those consultations come in handy. So you cannot just drop drugs just because you started eating healthy. You need to get to attain certain levels of blood sugar control and blood pressure control so that you start dropping the drugs slowly and carefully. Butchered by Healthcare, this is Pat Mums. Butchered by Healthcare, the author is Robert Yoho. Okay, yeah, amazing, yeah. Let me see if that's the book you're talking about. Just confirm. Or there's somebody who wants to see this book and wants to read it. How did I forget? How did I forget that name? It's actually on Amazon, so you can purchase it on Amazon. Let's see who wrote this book. I will tell you the exact book and then you can go and read it. Yes, amazing. So that was true, yeah. Pat Mums, that's true. It's actually Robert A. Yoho, yeah. The doctor who wrote that book, Butchered by Healthcare. Go and read that book. You need it. It will open your head. It will open your mind on multiple things that you'll know that health is actually a scam. Hi, Doc. What causes floated? I don't understand that. Tina. Yes, Star. Hello, Star.
Can you?
I can't hear you clearly.
Now you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. How are you?
Good.
Did I pronounce your name well?
Star.
Why is there a challenge in having a conversation with you? There's a lot of echo where you are.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Clearly?
Yes, continue talking so that I'll tell you if it's clear or not.
So far so good. I've been fasting. I've been doing 20 hours.
Okay.
I have lost around 5 kilos.
I'm unable to hear you, Star. I don't know what is happening. Kindly log out and come back again. I don't know what is happening to your platform. There's a lot of echo and a lot of noise coming from your end. Yes, Perus.
Good evening, Doc. I just want to ask you.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, sir. Your name is Perus.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Doc, I just wanted to ask you. I enjoying this life so much, But my daughter was diagnosed with alopecia. It was first alopecia areata. Then it went over to total. So now she's completely bald. Is there any advice on how to grow the hair back or what?
What do you think alopecia is?
It's a hair loss condition. That is what they said. That is what they told us.
What did they tell you the hair loss is being caused by?
They didn't tell us.
Why? Did you ask?
We did. We went to the child Grooteski hospital. They gave us that cream to put on, but nothing.
Where are you talking to us from?
South Africa.
Okay. How old is your daughter?
She's 16 years old.
16 years.
Yes.
How old is your daughter?
Oh, please turn off the, is it the TV or something? I don't want to hear the echo.
Yeah. Yes, I'm turning it off now.
Turn off.
Yes. Now I turn it off.
Good. When you first noticed her hair loss, what age was she?
8 years old.
Okay. And now she's bald.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about her cooking oil. What do you use for cooking?
The seed oils.
How long have you been on my platforms?
Yeah, I've been long here, but I'm carnivore, so I'm using butter.
No, I'm asking about your daughter. It's not you who doesn't have hair. It's your daughter, right?
It's my daughter, yes.
Yes. What does she use for cooking? You said seed oils?
Yeah, it's only the seed oil that we use.
Does she consume?
That they use.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say they, it means you're not living with them?
No, it's because I'm carnivore. I'm only eating with the butter. Only my food with the butter, but the mother and the daughter, they are eating together.
So why would you opt to do different things, yet you're the leader of the family?
Your dog, I'm fighting this battle, but
why would you think you'd fight?
Because for them to also use the butter, but they prefer the oil, although it is not healthy for them. I explain them over and over again this thing.
Okay. Now, since your daughter and your wife are using seed oils, and you know it's not healthy, and now she has a condition, what do you tell her about the condition and about changing her cooking oils?
No, after this live tonight, or why during this live, I was thinking by myself, I had to convince them.
Okay. And does she consume any wheat products, the cakes, the bread, the spaghetti, and all those processed foods?
Yes.
Does she consume rice?
No, not really.
How about milk?
Not really, because she's not a coffee drinker.
What is her favorite fruit?
Yeah.
Does she consume fruits?
Not really. It's now and then.
How many meals does she do in a day?
2.
2 meals?
Yes.
What time and what time?
Because she's on the college, is maybe by 2 o'clock and then by 7 o'clock.
Did you know that hair is part of the skin?
No.
Hair is part of the skin, and that's why fixing the gut is very important in her getting back her hair. Is she on any contraceptive?
No.
How do you know?
Because she's staying with me.
But staying with you does not mean you know if she is on any contraceptive method. How would you know if she injected?
No. That one we are strict, very strict on that one.
How can you be strict on the contraceptive use but not be strict on the cooking oil? Which one is the easiest one?
What? The cooking oil.
It is the easiest one,
What I'm
right?
saying is, she's more like a child is in adult. Let me put it this way, because even she's sleeping with us in one room. So.
But you don't go to college with her, do you?
No.
Amazing. Now do this. I think the best thing will be we have a conversation with you and your daughter, and that can only happen on an online consultation. That will be easier for you. And actually, I think I should have a conversation with your daughter instead of you, because there are a lot of things that teenagers will keep from you, even though you think you have the control. There are things that you will not have control over, and sometimes they open up to the doctors on these things, and you will never understand it. So I believe you're a good father and you want the best for your daughter. But at least before you get that online consultation with us, simply start by changing their cooking oil, including your wife, because if you're a man, you will understand that the bills and the healthcare bills that are coming with your wife, you are the one who will pay for them. So therefore, lead from the front. Lead from the front.
Okay.
As you use the butter, let them use butter or ghee or animal fats. Don't compromise about that. At least start from there, and then we can find a way forward through the consultations, okay?
Okay, no, it's fine, though.
Amazing. Thank you, sir.
I'll definitely do that.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot, Doc.
You're welcome, sir.
It was a good one.
This guy sounds like a genuine person, right? He's a genuine person, and he wants the best for the daughter. But again, sometimes nice people, when you hear people telling you you're a nice person, it's a very tricky move. Okay, so yeah, you need to understand that nice people don't make it so far. They get to be punished so many times, and your daughter can actually punish you, sir. So do not overtrust it. Just organize, you have a conversation with her, and you will get to learn a lot of things from that conversation. Yes, Nyarsil, I think you're the last person I'm talking to, and I call it a night.
Okay, hello, Doc.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you. So I'd like to give my testimony. I think it's Testimonial Tuesday.
It is. Thank you and welcome on board.
Thank you. So I came across your first video.
Yeah.
I think you were talking about you're not depressed.
You have a messed up gut.
It's mental health, something. Yeah, and I had convinced my mind that I'm so depressed, and I was just at the middle of looking for something to convince me that yes, you are depressed.
Yeah.
And after watching that video, I was like, this guy is saying the truth. And like, you're basically speaking what I've been doing. So I started by dropping the carbs and not the carbs, the wheat and the sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And then slowly I dropped the seed oils and the simple carbs.
Yes.
And I think so far from, that was November last year.
Yes.
Up to now, I've lost 25 kgs.
Oh, amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. And that's not even, okay, I'm not celebrating that more because I was actually having issues with my knee.
Yeah.
My foot, I was experiencing a lot of pain, especially when I'm going up the stairs and anytime I'm trying to do any physical activity, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And at the moment, my health is just at the top. I don't even know. It's been a while. I don't even remember the last time I felt depressed.
Man, look at that.
And the funny thing is that, I've tried incorporating my family members, my sisters and everyone, because we had convinced ourselves that this runs in the genes and we can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So at the moment, they're seeing the results. Mm-hmm. They're not convinced I'm losing the weight because of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I think maybe I've done, it's called bariatric, something.
Yeah, bariatric surgeries and the procedures, yeah.
Yes. So I've actually improved, and right now I'm getting my identity. I've been watching from you through forgiveness and everything, and my spiritual life is also getting better. So I'd just like to advise anyone who would like to try. This is just good for you, and just do it. And one more thing, we mostly get, especially us ladies, we have an issue with identity.
Yep.
Because we normally get the emotional side from our mothers.
Yep.
And we don't want to see beyond that.
Amazing. Now listen to that.
So I've had to go through a lot of learning and relearning and unlearning.
Yes.
And at the moment, I can say I'm in the process of getting my identity. And I don't know what I can say. I really appreciate and...
Amazing.
Yeah, I think I'll be sharing more as we continue.
Amazing. Now listen to me.
And
yes.
One more thing.
Yes, continue.
One last thing is that I was always so sad and so negative and everything. Nowadays I'm always happy. I can't tell it, and I'm always so fearless. I don't feel inferior like I used to feel before.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like life is good. Like I'm always having that positive energy. You get?
Yes. And you don't need to explain it, because you're actually portraying it, and we can easily feel it. We feel it because that's how it connects.
Oh.
Whatever you portray from within, you get to attract from without.
Mm-hmm.
Now, listen to this. Listen to this. One, we celebrate you. And actually, I'm glad that this is the last caller.
Thank you.
We celebrate you. We actually appreciate that you came in and shared this story. Now, listen. Most women don't have an identity totally. They don't have it. All of us are born with an identity. But along the way, the emotions take over, because these are things that our mothers put into us when they are raising us. And it's for their own selfish need to get attention from the fathers.
Yeah.
So they try to turn the children against the fathers so that they can actually get their attention. Now, they are doing that as an innocent move. And you, as a lady, at some point, if you don't have an identity, if you don't know God, or you don't identify with God, you will easily identify with anything.
True.
Okay? So that becomes a problem. And then the weird part is, when you don't have an identity, you keep on blaming other people, yet you're the one who is tapping their identities all over. Tapping their identities all over. Now, the system takes advantage of that in ladies. Nowadays, the system tells ladies, you can easily go and compete with men in the field of the men. No problem. Ladies go and compete with the men. In most physical fields, we know very well, ladies are not designed to do this physical stuff. Ladies are not designed to protect men or protect children. It's the role of the fathers and the men. But the society is pushing them to do this nonsense all through. And then these ladies end up suffering and miserable as they grow older. And now they become so bitter from within. They are wondering, my mother used to tell me I need a career to be independent. My mother used to tell me I need to be independent of the man. Not independent to be good, but to be independent of the man.
Yeah.
And then you realize, oh, all these things were a lie. All these things were lies. And now you start getting the depression. And guess what? The same people who told you need to be independent of the man are the same people who will be holding chants and holding these walks, or mental health walk, or women empowerment work, they will be doing it. And then at the end of the process, the system will make you believe you're so depressed, you're worthless, and because you don't have an identity, you'll always be believing that nonsense. As it sinks inside you, you start believing it, and you become. Anything that you believe, you become. And now when you believe you're depressed, of course, you're now so depressed. Guess what they'll do? They will not tell you to go out and enjoy the sun. They will not tell you to go out and have different people actually talking most positive energy to you. They will not tell you to go and tell your mother, hey, enough of this, I need my identity. They will not tell you to fix your relationship with your father. No. What they will tell you is, don't worry, we are with you on this journey. That's why we are doing this work for you, the depression work. They will wear t-shirts that are written on, mental health is a problem, it needs attention. They will put it in the media and hold interviews. And they will say, they'll make you believe it even more. And the end of it all, they will tell you need to seek advice from a psychiatrist or a doctor. And the end result will be a prescription of antidepressants that will lead you into an early grave. Now you'll take those antidepressants thinking that they are supposed to get you off your depressive state. And guess what are the side effects? Suicidal thoughts. So now you pop acetylopram tablets in the morning. In the evening, you're having insomnia. So imagine somebody who is depressed with insomnia. And now all that is coming into your head is just you thinking about depression and thinking about deaths and all that and suicidal thoughts. And at some point you pick a rope and you tie around your neck and you want to kill yourself. You're thinking that you're still depressed, and yet those are the side effects of that drug. And when you die of depression, the same people will come with placards. And they are saying, oh, depression will one day die. It will one day die. Look at them doing what they are doing to our children. Giving them hormonal therapy to change their agendas and their sex. They are confusing us with all this nonsense. And then, because they don't have an identity, and then they want you to adapt their bad identity, it comes here, it destroys our younger children. Look at those people who are in the LGXYZ, wherever it is. Children from the earliest age of 19 to 25. By the time they are realizing this is a cult, this is crazy, they are getting into their 30s. And now, all those potential men that would have picked them up when they were 21, 22, 23, 25 are now looking for their younger versions. And now these same women who brought this idea to you, they start telling you, oh, men who choose the younger women are actually unable to stand a mature woman. They cannot stand a mature woman. Now they're actually brainwashing you to think, to join their camp. Okay, because of lack of an identity. When you have that identity, what it comes with is perfect peace. That is the peace that you will never find anywhere. It comes from above. When you get the perfect peace, whatever you portray from within, you will even attract people who have the same vibrance. But as long as you're fat and depressed, sitting in a corner waiting for somebody to come and salvage your situation, you will attract more depressed people to make you more depressed. Because life is about just deflecting energies. Any negative energy that comes and finds you portraying positive energy disappears. No matter they tell you that things go where other things are. If you have money, money will come to you. If you are poor, poverty will chase you all the time. And the only thing you'll do is blame the rich for your problems. You're thinking they are rich, that's why I'm poor. That mindset is a very bad mindset. I am depressed because I lost a job. Find another or create a job. I am depressed because I was left by a boyfriend. So from within you had a void inside you, and you thought a boyfriend is coming in to fix that void, to fill that void. So you're actually attracting somebody for your own selfish interests. And this guy comes and steps on your ego as crazy because all you have is ego, and ego is evil. So he comes in and rubs the ego into yourself. And now everything that is happening into your life is just crazy problems, depression. And you will die. And when you die, we will be here using you as an example. We will tell you, we told you to eat meat. Depression is coming from lack of hormones that are actually coming from red meat. So we told you to eat meat. We told you to fix your gut, because when you fix the gut, the mindset is fixed, the brain is fixed, your spiritual world starts to make sense. But you want the longer route. You want to go for the antidepressants, and then you want to come and on live like this and tell us how you are depressed, and these are the antidepressants that you're taking. And guys, you know what? You should take antidepressants when you're depressed. Talk to somebody. Talking to somebody will not change your identity. You have to talk to your mother and your father to change their identity. But talking to me, I will actually use that against you. I'm looking at you and saying, this one, I have always wanted a fat lady. This one is coming here with depression. I'm going to exercise my ego on her. And I take advantage of you. And when I leave you more depressed. So I am so happy and I am so glad that you came here. Thank you so much for stepping up. Thank you so much for changing your life for the better. Understand that your journey is a solo journey. Most of your family members are stuck in their hell and they love it. Let them be there. You've already showed them the way. They've refused. One day they will come and they will start asking you half-heartedly. You see, now they're thinking you've done a bariatric surgery. Imagine that. These are people who have seen you fixing yourself, and they're thinking, this one maybe went behind our backs and did a bariatric surgery. They can't believe it. They can't believe it. So do not fix them. Everybody will have to fix themselves, okay?
Yeah.
Man, thank you so much for coming through. I am so happy.
Just a minute.
Yes.
Just a minute. I would also like to mention that, although I'm not going to talk much about this, but I'm also a medical representative.
Amazing.
So it was a bit it was a bit tough to switch, considering I had all the samples in my house. So anytime I had an allergy, the Montelukast samples are always there.
Yes.
Every time I need an antibiotic, I have a sample. So it was just like I have a community pharmacy where I self-diagnose and treat myself.
Yes.
And it's also a big issue. I'm not going to talk about that because, of course, that's what I do.
I know.
Let me leave that on its own. But maybe just before I drop, I'm just going to tell maybe the ladies who are struggling a lot with this.
Yeah.
Please first get your identity, as Doc has advised, mostly from your parents. Your mother is not who you think she is, because most definitely you've taken your identity from her. You don't have an identity.
Perfect.
So first of all, get your identity. Make sure you fix your diet. Just follow all the guidelines. Also fix your spiritual life. Grounding has been of help to me a lot.
Yep.
So you'll get to fix your spiritual life. You'll connect to God within you.
Yeah.
And with time, you'll just find that things are working out. You're feeling great. You're more energetic. You just feel happy. And you don't have any fear. And nothing seems like... I don't have any fear at the moment. Actually, even at work, they've noticed a lot of difference. Like... You just know that everything will always work out. Even if I lose this job, this will work out.
Yeah.
My relationship is doing well after after all the improvements, I'm submitting naturally to my husband, and he's really noted a lot of improvements. So just do it. Take this as a sign.
Hail that man. Hail that man. That is going to be a happy man for the rest of his life. Trust me. Thank you so much and have a good night. Amazing. Amazing. Amazing.
Have a good night.
Imagine having a woman who knows the basics of God, the order of God, submits naturally. You don't have to strain. It's not like Taftahela yesterday, who is always dipping his head between somebody's thighs and nothing is happening. Imagine that. A woman who submits automatically, naturally, to the masculine frame, to a man who understands the order of God and is a provider. Look at that. And you ladies are still thinking, oh, you know, this one just is a content creator. Okay. Identity is a beautiful thing. It comes with perfect peace. Most of us don't have the perfect peace. We think we have peace because it's our thoughts. And that's why we keep on saying, oh, I've fallen in love with this one. Oh, I've done this. You've not fallen in love. You are living in your memories. The thoughts. Memories are just thoughts in your head. So you're living in your own space. You cannot see the bigger picture. You are harboring an identity from your mother. You don't have an identity. So you even fear your mother because you have her inside you. You're afraid of her. That's why you cannot go and tell her, hey, I want my own identity. If you're on this platform and you're thinking you're depressed, I'm using those words intentionally. You're thinking you're depressed. Oh, hell, you're not depressed. They made you believe you're depressed. Get off your thoughts. You're not depressed. I mean, nobody designed you. God did not bring you here to depress you. It's because you're thinking your satisfaction is in the external things. You're thinking if I get this type of job, I'll have the best life. You're thinking if I attain a certain level of money, I'll have some fun. Yes, you're having fun when you have that money, but you don't have the joy. And most of you confuse fun with joy. Did you just feel how she portrays that energy, that feminine energy? And most of you will tell me, oh, doc, so you don't want women to work. She's working. She's a medical representative. But look at how she's portraying that feminine energy, submissive energy. Oh my goodness. Listen, ladies, thank you very much for attending this. If you've never watched that live that we talked about identity, go and look at it keenly. Just listen to it. Go there with an open mind. You will see what I'm talking about. We don't have joy. We don't have perfect peace. We think we do because we are finding solace in that salary, in that job. Because we're having friends around us who massage our egos and we think, oh, okay, I have very good friends, I attract good friends, so I'm in a good circle. Which means your well-being is actually determined by the external environment. When you have that in your mind, you're not doing well. Go and find perfect peace. You will fix your spirituality, it will fix your mindset, and then the body will just follow. Okay? So thank you so much for attending Testimonial Tuesday. Again, tomorrow we have another live that starts at around 8:30 or 9 thereabout. We'll communicate about the topic as I prepare for it tomorrow. So thank you so much for joining this live. It always starts slow and just grows and grows and grows and becomes big. And thank you for supporting us. We are feeling the vibe. We are feeling the energy already of changing people's lives for the better. And it's because of you people who sit here for these 2 hours every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and sometimes Tuesday, to just share your insights, to just make sure that we grow bigger, okay? So do not get tired. There's a lot to talk about health, a lot of content about health, and we'll make sure that we bring it in an authentic way, in a way that is well researched, and you will love it. And not only will you love it, you will also share it, and you will benefit from it. So you will save healthcare costs through doing that. For all of you who have sent us gifts today, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for doing that. It was a selfless move, and may God keep refilling your pockets. For those of you who send us super chats again, we can never say thank you enough. May the Lord bless you abundantly and refill you, okay? And for those of you who took your time to sit here, you bought bundles, you're here all through. Thank you so much. You've learned something new. It's now your time. Go and change your life for the better, and one day we will celebrate you here. All of you who came in to just share their testimonies, we bless you. Thank you so much for building us, and we will build you in the future. Have a good night, and let's see you tomorrow.